Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. And yeah, let us just breathe for a moment. We saw the death of Kralj Josip, the Battonian of Illyria last time. And we shouldn't get too attached to any of his children that currently are afflicted by the consumption as well, right? Like Claudia and Stefania and little Prince Pravanik, as the disease is deadly. If you played Red Dead Redemption 2, that's exactly what strikes Arthur down in the end, right? So that's consumption. And yeah, we find ourselves in a position where there's not many left of the Gušić, right? There's currently 8 living members, but like I said, it will probably come down to 5 maybe by the end of the year. If we're lucky, then one of them survives. And what we do currently have is we have Vojnomir at the top, and we'll get back to him in a moment. Then we have Stefania, who is currently the Banica of Dubrovnik, and we have Diminika, who is the Banica of Zahumlia. And she's fine, right? She will survive this. There's no consumption in her area here. She was fine because she was already ruling here in Livno, in Zaporozhye. So she got away. That is the only thing we can say here, right? That's not much to do for any of the others here who were in the area where this disease, the curse of Canaan, has struck. As we do see, it's still raging. So the problem that we have is currently we are on our way to split, and we want to prolong this as long as we can, because should he right now arrive and split, he will likely contract the disease as well and die. So that's bit of a bad situation we're in. And let's take a look again at Vojnomir, because I last time already had a look at him, at his character, and how we're going to play him. But it's a more like research and on like what has he done in the past 20 years and what defines his character, what can we expect from him, because obviously he's quite different from Josip. Very different though. So he was 12 when his father Pravanik died, right? So his formative teenage years he would have spent at court under his brother Josip, and learning from him, learning from the people around them, which at the time was still like the elite that Pravanik had nurtured. And he grew up not into someone like Josip who wanted more, but rather as a curator of sorts, and a silent administrator who was just doing what was asked of him. He ruled in Rashka over 20 years, so that's very significant, and that is why I will keep at least this province here, and he will definitely keep the Banovina. So that is, he just feels like he has a strong bond to this region, right? That is where he has lived for the past 20 years and for most of his adult life, or like all of his adult life, he's been living there. So we'll keep that one. I would say that he is a bit of an intellectual. That is not just because due to his high learning, he's also a quick and intelligent man. His wife is an astute intellectual, very attentive, also highly learned. I think that's what the two of them have in common. They are, of course, friends. Right, so that is their kind of bond that they share, a mutual interest in learning and advancement. And I'm thinking that is not a learning, not in the sense of theology. It's more scholarship and these things, right? Both of them being cynical, both of them being calm. By the way, they would not be. I think they hardly argue. That is not their thing. He in general, I think he doesn't argue. I think he hardly ever raises his voice. burst out and do something rash. I think when like he shows his dismissal by ignorance, by ignoring you. So that is the worst thing that Vojnomir can do to you, just leaving you out. And yeah, he's not confrontative, right? He would not confront people, doesn't seek conflict, he avoids it when he can. Yeah, that being said, when it comes to his own family history, you do see that he has 2 children, first being Adam, and the second one being Milka. And Milka, interestingly, died in 1108, so 8 years ago, when she was just 3, and she died of consumption as well. So that is a disease that Vojnomir already has a very personal experience with, and would know how deadly it is. Which will, in a moment when we get to his lifestyle, we have to make a kind of decision there. He, interestingly, when you look at the people that were already at his court, because obviously these people here, Geoffroy, Carling, Justina of Nevrocorp and so on, they were already, Imma Landolfini, already part of Josip's court. But the people that he brings with him, for example, Dujan here, ordinary people, but highly intelligent. That's something that he likes. Or just really simple people. Very simple people. He doesn't have anything good going for him. But he's probably nice to have around. And I think that's the kind of people that Vojnomir likes. The people that don't really have any great expectations around him. And that he can just, keep and yeah, I guess hanging around, being nice to. That's more of his thing. And I think something that we can immediately do, or that he would immediately order, is to actually have Radovan stop searching for those secrets at the court of Svetlana. I'm sorry to say, guys, but she has won. she has won. Josip was unable to find evidence that she was connected in any way to the killing of his wife Božena. And for Vojnomir, I think he would rather not know, because that just makes things complicated. And right, just leave her be. She is killing Trpimirović's, that is not Gušić's, right? And if I maybe poke that bear too much, she will start going on a killing spree with our family as well. We can't have that. So, just keep her. Let her do her thing. That's it, right? Maybe she does have enough now. Well, there's Radovan is still out there, and he would probably not be pleased with this decision. He would be like, no, we need to find out what she did. But yeah, there's not much arguing there with Vojnomir. You do see that Radovan is married now to Ladika, who is one of the last mainline Trpimirović's. Right, that is her daughter, of course, is also a Trpimirović because she's not married to Radovan. When it comes to the Trpimirović family, you do see that it will pass down to Domaslava, her daughter Domaslava, and after that it would go to the other side of the Trpimirović family tree. That being said, with Domaslava, she's a survivor of sorts, isn't she? Like, she has survived a lot. Her father's death, her husband's death, her daughter is now terminally ill as well, and she kind of manages still with the consumption. Although again, right, this can go much worse. And he's currently there. So that's the kind of premise that he's in. I think when it comes to his own children, or rather his child, right, there's only Adam left. He is not very fond of his son. His son is, as you do see here, hard-headed. Adam often loses track of details mid-thought, his attention slipping to whatever drifts by next. New ideas meet resistance from him whose thinking follows narrow, familiar paths. His thoughts run in several directions at once, rarely arriving where he intends. It's something that I think Vojnomir does not appreciate, neither does his wife. I think they're both disappointed in how Adam is turning out. As you do see, Vojnomir himself is caring for the education of Adam. And he's doing an okay job when it comes to, especially, right, his stewardship and his intrigue and so on. That's where he's good at. But I think he does not want him to be that good in intrigue. And I guess what Adam is doing is he's just refusing, but not outright refusing the things that his father tells him. Instead, he's getting around them. Right? He's become deceitful. So, yeah, instead of learning, instead of doing what he's supposed to do, he would just find excuses. And those excuses could turn even vicious. Also, like, very, very impatient. Humble, like here is, that's something definitely that is there, but that's the only thing that binds them, really. I think there's a big problem that Vojnomir sees here. He is now the curator of this family. He's the guardian of the Gušić, and he obviously would want more male heirs of the family, maybe someone else to choose from down the line, if that is possible. Which is why, I mean, we saw that before, that we have the can make love to your wife thing. I think I laughed about it, like, oh, we're on the road and it's not really the circumstance and so on. But thinking of it, no, I think he does do that regularly. Not because he's very fond of it, but just because that is part of his duty as a ruler. And they, so far, have not been able to be very successful in their breeding of new Gušićes. But he will do that. Right, that is, I think, definitely something that he would do. As you do see here, she has a different kind of form of affection for him. Like, she definitely likes it for him. It's like he caresses her gently and whispers words of passion into her ear. He's faithful when it comes to that, right? So there we go. Right, what else have I noted down? He does have some interesting traits. He is already, interestingly, a family patriarch. And again, that, to me, plays into that role of being this guardian of the family. Patriarch not only in the sense of, his personal immediate family, but rather the dynasty or the house of Gušić as a whole. And yeah, I'm thinking about, okay, we could go in several directions when it comes to his lifestyle. Obviously, going down the diplomat path would be something that I think he would do. I don't think he would go down the August trade. That is not something for him. Right? He does not seek personal glory. That is an alien thought to him, even. If down the line, people in the history book would write about him that he continued the legacy of his brother faithfully, he would be very, very pleased with that. So, there we go. Yeah, so the question is, do we go foreign affairs focus, or even like continue on family focus, or, and that is the other thing, go into learning? And I think there's evidence for him wanting to go in that direction, probably. Again, like, his own daughter has died of consumption. Now his brother and nephew and niece, and probably nieces in the future, will die from this disease. And I think when it comes to these kind of things, his cynicism is also some kind of pragmaticism. Like, he wants to know what he can do to prevent something like this. So I do think he might actually go into medicine focus. So that's my two options here, right? Foreign affairs or family focus, or medicine focus. And well, I guess I have to make a decision, so I better do it now. I think I had this thought first, so I might just pick it. And I think that is his current interest. He wants, of course, for the current afflicted to survive this, as many as possible. and in the future he wants to prevent something like that ever happening again. I think we already do have... Yeah, we do have a sick house in Split. As you do see, we currently are not able to... That's why we're so down in treasury. It's fine. It will be fine in a moment. Promise. So yeah, I think that will be part of his agenda. Health and looking to, I guess, further the family in terms of sheer numbers. So especially male heirs, obviously. We need more male Gušićes. Oh yeah. I guess down the line, I know, like, I never do matrilineal marriages, but Dominika, if she chooses that for herself, could do that possibly. Nothing for me to do about that, right? That would be ahistorical, but I guess I won't mind as a player if she did that. Currently not married, 26 already. That's a bit of a concern. Stefania, as you do see here, afflicted, poor health. Little Plavanik afflicted, poor health, even with the reduced disease symptoms, and already at first stage of his career path and consumption. Yeah. Like I said, don't get used to him. Probably going to die from this. Okay, moving on. He does have commander traits, interestingly, although he is not a very good commander. But again, that fits into his role of doing the things that are asked of him. And if he had to, he would lead armies. I think he would definitely do that, right? He does obviously not seek wars. For all of you that are very used to Illyria growing in several directions, is not something very likely to happen under Vojnomir. He would not seek conflict just for the sake of gaining land. I don't think he would do that. Many things would have come together in order for him to do that. He would, of course, if someone attacked, then he would defend. Right, that's especially, like, he is a defender. That is something that he definitely would do. We do see that he's a very experienced governor. So that tells us something about, again, his sense of duty and how earnestly he approaches governance. And in that sense, even though he does not have this kind of stewardship path, I think he's very much of a steward, right? And that is very much in line with the other members of the Gušić family. Then, interestingly, he has had his problems with too much stress in the past. And one of them has resulted in him being a flagellant. Now, how do we interpret that? I think that generally means, like, taking aside that he would do that every now and then. Okay, he might. But I think generally it means that he believes that when things happen around him, that he seeks fault within himself, naturally. Right? That is his thing. If something bad happens, he would ask, like, what have I done? Or what have I not done in order to prevent this? He would not look like... I think Josip, again, no, that's Plavanik. Josip was the total different person in that sense. If something happened, something bad happened, he would look to others and see fault in other people. And that is definitely not Vojnomir's thing. He seeks the fault within himself. Constantly asking, like, what can I do? So, yeah. He is interestingly profligate. That collides a bit, I think, with his humble nature. Although we have to kind of divide humble and content, those traits, right? Content would be he doesn't want much, and humble is like he doesn't ask for much. Those are two different things, I think, right? So he he doesn't have any problems with acquiring things, and we do see here that in the past he has been kind of wasteful when it comes to that. Gives him a bit of an edge, right? But because we just said like he's this very good governor, likes what he does, I guess that is his kind of vice. You know, that is the kind of thing he does on the side. Maybe gambling and that kind of stuff, right? That's something maybe he does. So when there's, and that kind of ties him to Josip when it comes to the risk taking, maybe. So maybe that's the kind of little connection that they have. Fundamentally curious, right? He is someone who wants to know and learn, and again, that's why it makes sense for us to pick the Madison lifestyle right now. He wants to get to the bottom of this, wants to make sure how we can prevent this in the future, to the best of his knowledge. And again, he is quick. Vojnomir fits into new routines, customs, or duties with a natural ease. Whether in court or in campaign, he finds footing long before others have settled. Right? He is very, very adaptive. He was being sent to Rashka as a 16-year-old. And instead of, being thrown out by Serbian populists or by the Vojslavljević family, he's persevered. So he knows how to adapt to new circumstances. So yeah, he will fit into this role naturally here. He holds attention with notable persistence once a task has begun. Companions observing Vojnomir at work sense a quiet determination beneath the surface. He keeps hold of details that others forget within moments. Courtiers and servants alike learn quickly that Vojnomir listens with rare clarity. There we go. So that is Vojnomir. And Vojnomir and his wife and his family and his court of humble people are currently on their way to Split. I guess we will see what happens when we get there. Once they arrive in Zavorje, I'll have a look again what the situation is like, and then maybe we do some kind of loop. As for now, we do see that he has too many holdings. He's currently traveling through Podrinje, so he will already look for someone to take that province, granting that one to. And that is now interesting. Like, whom would he grant that to? Maybe Tolislav here, because that is his personal friend. He is excommunicated. And again, yeah, that's the cynicism and so on. He's not that concerned when it comes to that, I think. Not greatly concerned. He's his friend after all. He's also, as we do see here, also a calm person. I guess he doesn't like that he's a lazy person. But having him here would mean, yeah, less having to worry about something happening there. So I guess that's something for him to do. Putting Tolislav in that position. Oh, look at his stylish hair. There we go. Not sure if that was a thing, actually, for a Croatian ruler at the time. And then again, we need to get rid of one more, and I think, like I said, I want to keep part of Rashka, and that is here Stari Trgovište. That's correct, I hope. Oh, that's an S with a accent. What is it, Dugraf? I'm not sure what these are called. So I don't say so short. You can correct me. Interestingly, we could build a monastery here. The most magnificent of the monuments of Serbia and a beacon of faith and tranquility to the locals. This monastery lies tucked away in a secluded valley, and so on. As you can see, 2 holding tax. It's amazing. And I think he will build that at some point. Because, yeah, again, this is still contested territory. It's also, like obviously he would build the monastery not as an Orthodox monastery, but rather, I don't know, Benedictines, that would do that, right? And in order to make sure that this frontier here is being won by the Catholics in the end. Yeah, Mokro. Whom do we grant that one to? Yeah. I guess it would make sense for him to Again, Claudia is ill, terminally ill, right? So that doesn't make much sense. Talrich, Bertoldic. There we go. They have adapted, the Zeringer have adapted to Croatian customs when it comes to naming. Would he be a good one? He's currently the heir to the Županija of Kralj. Not sure how that works, like when he gets a different Županija, and yeah, will he then not be a part of Dalmatia anymore? I'm not sure how that works. There's another Momitic, but he is terminally ill as well. We have Šubićes. Dragoš Šubić, who is currently the heir to the Banovina of Slavonia, interestingly. Is because he is a son of Claudia, who has perished a long time ago now, right? There you go. 1087. Such a long time ago. A different world back then. Okay, I still need to make a decision here. Yeah, I guess for now it would make sense for him to say, well, if she's better, like once she's better, then she will take care of this, and she already does in game terms, right? There we go. Alright. Okay, I guess that means he left as well, right? But the father is still here. Joshua, okay. He has survived this, I think. That man is indestructible. By the way, yeah, very sad to say that Trpimirović will likely die out. Damian is not doing too well. His wife, definitely not doing well. And his only remaining daughter, as you do see here, all of the others have died from consumption already. Well, all of them children that were likely Josip's, with Sunchika left, and yeah, I'm guessing they will all die. Okay, so we did that. We're currently at, it's a minus 16, but that is because we actually got some money from Podrinje, but we will in a moment regain our as it is here, treasury income from Kanin and from Split, so it should be alright. And again, like another thing I would do, he would come to a court, obviously, that is in mighty splendor. It is ranked 3rd in the world, and it is the premier court in Europe, as you do see here. The first one being, of course, the Chinese court, and then the court of Goryeo. Okay, I don't think that is something that Vojnomir would like to keep up. I think he would be a bit embarrassed by that, actually. But then again, he is a profligate, so there's a distinction to make here. I think when it comes to lodgings and servants, he would like to say, nah, we don't need that many. But when it comes to fashion and food, that is where he would sometimes spend too much. So I will keep it like that. The rest is more like his humble nature. Again, doesn't ask for much. What else do we have here? Can pardon my friend. Oh yeah, I think that's something he would do. Right. He wants him to be able to rule, and therefore he should not run around with this burden. Yeah. And I guess that's where his cynicism is alright. Like, he's not too concerned about these things. He would be concerned if it happened to himself, of course. Okay, we're praying. That's good, I guess. The White Angel of Rashka. As you traverse the rugged terrains of Rashka, your travel leader notices a faint path leading to a secluded cave. Intrigued, you decide to investigate. Inside the cave, you're greeted by the sight of a grand fresco of the White Angel, an iconic figure in Orthodox Christianity. The fresco is beautifully preserved, its colors vibrant despite the years. It's a serene and contemplative scene. The angel's hand raised in a blessing, the other holding a scroll. The artistry is breathtaking and the religious significance palpable. You and your companions take a moment to marvel at the sight and contemplate its meaning. I don't think he would in that case take the cynical option. Again, like, I think he's a bit of a scholar. Like, he's someone who likes to appreciate these kind of things. So, yeah, I think that is something that fits him. This is a beautiful piece of art regardless of religion. Again, maybe he would ask himself that, or let's donate to the church. Yes, that could also be something. I guess since I'm still figuring him out, I could roll a die here. If I find it. Where's my die? Oh no. Okay. Having technical difficulties. Yeah, I will just pick the one that I think reflects his attitude best, and that is, I wonder what the scroll in the angel's hand symbolizes. And on he goes. Through, I think, what is modern day Bosnia here. Right. So, oh, a meal with Vlachs. While taking a rest in the hills of Upper Bosnia, your party stumbles upon a group of Vlachs, semi-nomadic shepherds who are settling down for a meal. They invite you to join them, and you're intrigued by their unique culture and language. The smell of roasting lamb fills the air, and the Vlachs, dressed in their distinctive sheepskin cloaks, are jovial and welcoming. However, their customs are quite different from what you are used to, and you will need to navigate these cultural differences carefully. Yeah, I guess that could be an option. I was first looking towards that one here. Your roaming lifestyle fascinates me. How do you navigate here? Yeah, I think that's the option I will choose. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh. Ah. Well, that is good. The curse is actually retreating. And does that mean... Yes. It is no longer affecting split. I think it's also no longer affecting any of the... Yes. Holdings that are in our way up there. Okay, so... Whew. He will not get consumption. Woohoo! That's the little things. Right, we have not held a coronation, right? That is, I guess, something that we will do once the whole thing is over. Oh, a martial contest. Now, of course, he will not do that. But then again, maybe that is its profligate nature. And there's this guy here who says, oh, who's next? And here's a knight with him. That's Dietmar. He's like, yeah, Dietmar, come on. You can do that for me. Ah! He lost, though. Ah, damn it. Alright. You've arrived. And would you believe Kumica is actually pregnant? Good for her. Very good indeed. Let's see. Hoping for a boy, but any child really is good in that situation. Here we can hold court. Yeah, these are not something we need to do anymore. I guess we can get rid of them. Offer hostages. Oh yeah, by the way, we can negotiate alliances. Yeah, none of these look actually good. I think that one here, Count Rüdiger of Pitten. I think he's married to our niece. Yeah, let's do that one. 800 guys is actually quite good. Zadar is still Oh, I can actually build something here as well. I guess we do have some coin. So there's the question of what we will do with it in a moment. I guess we will need some money, obviously, for the funeral. Oh yeah, okay. Marvelous news for the funeral and the coronation. Right, okay, yeah. We need a new master of the horse. Would he even go so far as to say, I will give you some control here? I think Master of the Horse is too important when it comes to that being a military position. And we don't want to give her control over that, but we can give that to Stjepan here. Yeah, I might be thinking about having a royal architect. And Radovan is someone who would be very interested in doing that. So I guess we can take him. Well, shouldn't do too much here because we're still leaking coin. Ladika expects a council position. Yeah, she's not happy at all. Oh dear, why? Go belong 17. I think I definitely would want to hold 4. So let's have her help us then. I guess we can hold court. I guess that is something we can do. My lord, begins my spy master Ban Radovan, looking very contrite. The last period has been really tough on my domain. Yeah, you don't say. Extra expensive were required on every front and my coffers are sadly empty. Are they? Oh! Yeah, indeed they are. I think he has... Yeah, he fought this very costly war and then he lost it, so I guess he had to pay some reparations, so that's where that comes from. It pains me too, but I resolve to appeal to your munificence for help in paying off my debts. I will not forget your generosity in my time of need. Yeah. That is like paying personal coin. That is... Not sure what Geoffroy has to do with this. Yeah, I think he would do that from his personal coffers. Since he's okay when it comes to that. A young man stands before me with quiet dignity before bowing deeply. Greetings, your majesty. I'm Radomir, your loyal servant. I come before you today to seek employment in your court. I've seen many courts providing hospitality for the local lords of Zagreb, my homeland, and their many visitors. It would be my honor to put my talents to a greater cause in the service of my Kralj and all Illyria. Okay. Cupbearer. Food taster. I don't think we really need him. No, it's fine. There are no vacancies here. A markedly disgruntled Lady Ladika hurries to your throne. My liege, my lawful right to the Jupania of Sharso is beyond doubt, recognized by both your own heralds and the Catholic clergy. Will you support my claim and have your vassal Ban Stanko relinquish what does not belong to him? Oh, there we go. Are we having the first... Right, Sharso. That is where her father had his royal seat. So I guess that makes sense for her. Of course, Stanko is not going to like that. No, that's not something that he would do. That neither. I guess. Although again, he's a flatterer, right? So he knows that she's disgruntled. And while Stanko might be disgruntled as well if he does this, he's generally okay. And he has not come before him. So I think we're doing it. Oh, subjects lose 5 opinion of you. But again, she's before him. He knows that she's disgruntled and angry. He does not wish to be on the bad side of the Trpimirovićes. Alright. That makes sense. There's not coming back to haunt us. Okay, I guess we will need to wait until it's all gone. Before we can actually call for someone to come to our court. Yeah, let's take a look. People are still ill. As I said, it's likely not going to change. The Kralji's banner. Alright, I think that's Jafroa currently. Ah, there we go. Oh, and she was... a personal physician. And now we do see that there's... Maybe we entrust this position to our wife. I think that makes sense for him. Because she would want to help as well. I think they're very much alike when it comes to that. They both have this interest and he trusts her. Oh yeah, and then we have Draško here. That is one of the like low-born people that he likes to have around. As you can see, he's an intellectual as well, and he can fill that position now. Oh, what's that? Ah, it's a recommend squire thing again. I'll always just dismiss that one. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. The little man has died. Right. Very sad, of course, but not much we can do about that. Here is Ladica now. The Trpimirović family owns that part here. I think that's okay. I think for him that is very much okay. They should be landed. They should not just have their estate here. They are the most important family in the land. Oh no, they're not. No, they are, right? Because they're first. The Gušić actually now second, and we are third. Okay. Now that's thinking for a moment. Oh, we need family members, right? That is what we need. Come on. Oh, the fatalities are mounting up to 300, almost 350. That was a bad one. Anything else you can do? Oh! We're not even crowned, and we are invited to another coronation. Now, that's a difficult thing to decide. But I think we will go. Just because he knows that representation is a thing. He wants to learn who this Kaiser is. Obviously, as we can see here, the nobles of the Reich have chosen another weak ruler. I think he will like him once he meets him. But that's the current situation we're in. He's doing that in Rome, so it's actually not that far away for us. Ah, poor Damian. I guess I can even wait a little, right? That's in 5 months. Go somewhere like September or so. Alright, yeah, okay, we did that. Oh, yeah, well, she still has a negative opinion of us, and she is our direct vassal, so I guess we can keep on doing that for a while. And then I guess we switch to Ladica. Can we, like, send her a gift? An ordinary gift. Oh, yeah, 69. For 168 gold. Yeah, I think he's not too much attached to gold. He's more interested in having people around him that don't think too badly of him. So, yeah, I think he will do that. There you go. A little bit of money. There you are. The state of my treasury, there we go, is a constant source of friction within the court, but today the argument has become particularly heated. Beatrice and Irina have brought their passionate disagreements directly to my throne, demanding a resolution. We are due to host a minor feast for some local notables, a routine political necessity. Beatrice suggests serving cheap wine and stale bread to save a significant amount of coin. Irina is visibly horrified, insisting we must be lavish hosts to maintain our reputation and influence. Again, clashes a bit with his own inner conflict, but I guess in this case he would tend towards this. Right? Who's Beatrice again? She's the wife of Geoffroy. Okay. Yeah. Because he knows that this is not only about his own preferences, but this is about ultimately. Oh, there we go. Claudia created the install Stefania on the Illyrian throne faction. Jesus Christ. Why would you do that? Why does she hate me? Title claimant. Shouldn't have given her that. Well, I guess it's all manageable. Already have vassals who cannot join factions. Yeah. Give her some money as well. Shut her up. Yeah. There you go. Four months. Yeah, I guess once he comes back, we will work on our own coronation. I have arrived in Split, seeking your confirmation of my continued appointment as Banica of the Banovina of Sahumlie. Yes, of course. My palace functionaries throng the throne room where an endless line of imperial appointees await. And yeah, we're not really imperial. But yeah, that is what we do. Do gain some renown, which is cool. Also nice of her. We take that as a vote of confidence. That she's seeking that from us. Ah, there we go. See? What a little bit of money can do. Aha! Oh. Let's check. And that is a normal marriage. So she married a Morosini. They're everywhere, aren't they? The Morosini. They have the Župan Francesco of Vrobozna. But also now, there you go, Ban of Zahumlie, Županica Klodeva of Donji Kraji? Yeah, probably. And, yeah, okay. So there will not be any continuation there. Gušić's. Well, that's, expected. Should we just leave? Alright. He's having kids. I guess he will start. I will start to leave now. And we will pick. Obviously we need some captains, and I guess we need a mountaineer to go through the Apennine Mountains. Anything else we can do? Oh, that apparently is not the best idea going here. 68% chance of... Okay. What I guess we could do is head to Ravenna. Right? Again, this is this very important point where yeah, the whole Adriatic, when it comes to religion, looks towards Ravenna. I guess when we return, we could visit Rome. Not putting too much travel stops in here. I don't think that is something he would do. More interested in the outcome than enjoying to travel. All right. We are witnessing the ceremony where the Kaiser is being crowned. There we go. The next one, dead of consumption. Choose someone else. I guess Dujan here can do that. Now, I think, yeah, we will just bear witness. I think that's a very much a a Vojnomir thing to do. And what else could he do? Offer support? Not really sure. He doesn't know him. He doesn't have a good idea or good grasp of what is going on in the Holy Roman Empire. And seizing advantages, I think he lacks the opportunism for that. That would be a Josip thing to do. Visited Sant'Apollinare Nuovo. For her life is my life and our life to be as warm and refreshing as a fragrant hot tea. Okay. Domislava, who's about to die, is writing poetry about romance. Well, good for her. And there we go. We do have another son. Good. Kumica, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you, and now we have a perfect little son. I think they will call him Josip. That's the kind of continuation that he's seeking. Obviously hoping that he will turn out better than Adam. Maybe someone to follow him on the throne once he's older. Okay, yeah. We go down that path here. Anything else here? Negotiate Count Philippe. No, I don't need that. No, I can't make love to her. Was she with me? No, she is currently the regent. I finally arrived at Vaticano for the coronation. Okay. It shall be no small thing crowning a Kaiser. Indeed not. A new chapter begins today. Oh, why is she so? There we go. Adam. Adam comes of age. And he is actually, right, fortune builder. He's not bad at what he does. As you do see here, his character is a bit dodgy. Malicious man. Finds cold satisfaction in the ruin of others. The grim smile, he expertly plots the downfall of rivals, enjoying the intricate work of turning friend against friend from the shadows. Jesus Christ. Okay. I guess it would be interesting to play him. So there is, again, that is Gerlach. Yeah, flagellant as well. Novice physician, I think we admire that. Bit shy, but honest. I think he likes him. Well, standing around. Don't know why he has come sword in hand to this coronation here. Oh, what's that? Lady Ladika started fostering cultural integration in Jupania of Zadar. Bonus to promote culture councilors targeting this county. Okay. Didn't know she could do that. The gathering is as grand as expected. Faces familiar and foreign mingle, and I hear greetings just warm enough to be polite. When the host speaks, the room quiets out of instinct. My friends, my vassals, my kin, your presence honors me more than any crown could. Until the ceremony begins, eat, drink, speak freely, and know that I see each of you and will not forget who stood here with me today. A kind promise, or a quiet warning. I think it's a kind promise when it comes to him, depending on how one chooses to hear it. Alright. Oh, right, yes. The Pope is our friend. The courtyard of Vaticano shines with a golden glow. A breeze shakes the leaves as the guests drift below them. Vojnomir! I turn around to find my Pope Giano calling my name. With a wide smile, he practically trots towards me. Friend, he yells. So good to see you. Aww. Oh, Giano. Well. Yeah, I guess he will not go out of his way here. It's always nice to see a familiar face. Lovely. Our good friend, the Pope. There he is! Count Emmerich points at our host, Kaiser Gerlach, standing alone. Finally, this is our chance, Emmerich insists. We are here to stand and witness and support his coronation. It is only fair that we get something in return. Yeah. Does he need some legitimacy? Oh, really, that much? Alright, yeah, okay, he gets getting -2 currently because he's not crowned. Do so in the presence of God. And that's definitely not his thing. I think it's either that one or the other one here. But I think he would tend towards peace. Feeling peaceful. The courtyard is bursting with flowers, guests laughing impatiently, a feather drifting past. Uncle, my dear niece Konitsa calls for me. Everyone here is either conspiring or drunk, she hushes. I have missed you. Oh, people like him, don't they? Well, I guess everyone likes a flatterer. So, unless you don't like that kind of thing. And that is, of course, Margravine Konitsa. Yeah. What do you make of our host? Well, let us Gušić stay together. Yeah, that's very much a Vojnomir sentiment, I think. Nope. Ah, that means I also get another... I guess I could choose that one since I've already started buying people's opinion. Guests for the coronation of my acquaintance Kaiser Gerlach are pouring in. Oh yeah, I need to look at that. All giving minor oaths, thanks for their invitations and pledges of fealty or support. Soon it shall be my turn. Must I stand out from the crowd? Must I use my brief audience to convince the Kaiser of my worthiness? Count Helfrich could be turned to Kaiser Gerlach. That would be actively helping him. Maybe we figured out that we would like... oh, why do we... Oh? What's wrong? What have we done? You declared war on Kaiser. That was not me. Ah, right, okay. His father had already been Kaiser. I see. Well, I guess in that case, maybe that is something he would do, to use his own ability to sway people in order to show the Kaiser that he's well-meaning. Good Kralj. I turn around to find Prince Archbishop Rostrator next to a nervous man. You know that I cherish you and it would bring me great joy to help you. Here, I offer you the first and best of my men, O Ruprecht. Well, my well-accomplished steward. May this serve as the start of a friendship between our houses. Okay. Oh well, he's okay. Yeah, I guess that is the route he would take here. Again, he's not someone to kind of get too much involved with things. And he would treat this as a very polite way of talking to someone, but he would not ultimately take that person to his court. Kaiser Gerlach takes a second to observe the crowd, maintaining eye contact. The voices of the courtiers have become as constant as the chirping of birds, and I have no doubt that Duke Leopold intends to join them. Good Kralj, he says, sliding up to me. May I be so bold as to ask, what are your thoughts on the celebration? I have no doubt that Kaiser Gerlach's rule will be one of love and justice. Oh yeah. I guess he would just say long may he reign. There he is. Cheers and exaltation. Kaiser Gerlach's possession past the crowd. So see, he is popular, apparently. With the people of Rome. Until the bishops, the Holy Roman nobility and the common people have all acted their customary part. Gerlach is known to Kaiser. That is the text that we already get, right? We always get. So, there we go. Oh, by the way, the Pope is a detractor here. The final sacred moment draws near, but first the anointing. There we go, the mark of Kaiser Gerlach's mandate from God. He is oiled. Oiled up. Forth come the imperial symbols, and there is Jacob's regnal crown. That is not, indeed, the Reichskrone. Where's that one then? Does he not have that one? There's a lot of crap. He has a lot of crap, but he does not have the Reichskrone. Where is that then? Can we search for that? I guess rarity is correct, but there's probably lots of things in here. No, that's just... Is it gone? Oh dear. Alright, that's... Ugh. No. This is not going to look through. Well, he has the Reichskrone in his hand here. That's misleading. Alright, he has a different crown. There you go. Now he has his Kaiserin. She recites Italian vulgar oaths from memory of their sounds alone. He's apparently doing well. A ruler must do more than defend borders. They must make life worth living within them. I will guard the peace, tend the realm, and plan not for war, but for growth. Oh, that's something we definitely like to hear. Mustn't forget that we have lands that are very much inside of the Holy Roman Empire. The formalities have ended, and with them the stillness that held the gathering in place. A few murmurs rise as the host stands again, this time to mark the end of ceremony and the start of something more relaxed. The Kaiser raises his voice just enough to carry. My friends, the rites are complete. Let the tables be filled and let the cups be raised, and let this hall remember joy as well as duty. Okay. Aha. Your Highness starts on Nesime. A commoner from the Holy Roman Empire. A distinct odor following him to my table. Hope it's an okay odor. You must meet this most interesting man. He has brought delightful and exotic Saracen cakes back from his adventures on Crusade. Did he now? Well, what could it hurt? Yeah, okay, that's a profligate thing again, but he is not stressed currently, right? So I don't think he's not going to do something rash. I think he would just politely decline, as he does not exactly know what that would do. There we go. Akakios died of consumption. Kaiser Gerlach announced a slight delay to the serving of the food, and King Baudewijn looks ready to burst with frustration. In between grumbles from his stomach, I only hear grumbles of displeasure. Yeah, of course. No, that is definitely making a fool of himself. That's not something you should do. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my nephew-in-law, Count Pietro, goes on and on about lawmaking. How was always salvaged that mess? Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? He's an inconsequential man, so I guess he would just bear it. And I guess he doesn't hate the topic. Oh, we could all tell Margravine Kunica had too much to drink. Oh no. Even though she insisted on showing us how sober she was. Simply rising from a seat proved too much for her, and now I'm spattered with stinking... Ay. Well, Well, I guess that maybe that was not from drink. At least I hope so. Maybe that's just because she's pregnant. Right? Because everyone knows you shouldn't drink when you're pregnant. That can lead to devastating consequences. I think he would do this. Just to... he doesn't want to embarrass her. And he's not... Right? Higher standards of courtesy. I guess he does have those. Or maybe not. No, he wants to save her from the embarrassment in this case. Oh, there we go. Aww. Perejaslava Rurikit has died of consumption. Oh no. I know what I said, and I just don't understand why you find it so funny. Kaiser Gerlach cocks his head to the side while I withhold my chortle. I haven't told him that what he said could be interpreted as something lewd. She had a lovely chest on display in the courtroom. Why is that so funny at all? I guess never mind. It's a bit refreshing, like after Josip, to just be like, nah, no conflict. Knes Tomasz of Nîmes has married. Oh, they became rivals. Oh, look at this. What started as an honorary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Kaiser Gerlach. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I have had such a good time with him. Oh, look at that. The magnificent coronation is finished. The guests depart all profoundly impressed by the splendid ceremonies. Oh, good for him. There we go. I guess stability within the empire is okay, as long as they don't take that stability to reach outward. Oh, we're in Rome. At a distance, the city of Roma is a forest of towers and a maze of stone buildings. As we approach, the scenery shifts. Ruins of monuments, walls, and ancient churches coexist with farms and grazing animals. On my way through the city, I notice how ruins have been carefully fortified by feuding houses. In this fashion, Hadrian's mausoleum and even the Colosseum are now fortresses. Alright. Yeah, I guess he will study the buildings. Or let us learn what we can. Yeah. Yeah, both of these are fine, but I guess learning, right, that boils down to what I said he would do. Oh, again, the flexible truces perk. Okay. Well, the wedding at court. Right, that's that one. Okay. Now, as you and your party, she is with us, right? She's supposed to be our regent. Yeah, the game sometimes, you know, cannot do these things. But she is with us, okay. As you and your party traverse the plains of Latium, Kumica stumbles upon an odd charm lying in the dirt. It's a Chimaruta, a traditional Italian amulet often worn to ward off the evil eye. Intrigued, she decides to wear it. As you continue your journey, you notice the locals eyeing Kumica with a mix of awe and fear. Their superstitious beliefs regard the Chimaruta as a powerful talisman, and they regard Kumica with a newfound respect and a touch of apprehension. Some even approach asking for blessings or protection from the evil eye. It seems the charm has brought unexpected attention. Okay. No, not that option. Even though that would be great. Don't damn it. That is something I think he would do. No, again, that's not how I interpret his cynicism. He has a kind of pragmatic stance towards religion. He's not too bothered by it, but he does not, I think, take the opposite turn and disregard everything that has to do with religion. He knows how important it is. I think that's the one, right? Keep it, but you know. But then again, that's we got that one now. You know, let's do this. Let's do this correctly. It is hers, so we gift her that artifact. No, not the crown. That's That's mine. No, that's her charm. Can I make love to her again, by the way? I think so. No. There you go. The high altitude and the brisk air of Abruzzi has a very refreshing quality as we traverse the local hill fort. The soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I move in closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I'm approached by the local captain, Leonardo. Would you like to join in, my lord? You know what? Yes. If I can learn something here, then yes, I will. And I am now a rough terrain expert. So while not exactly being the best at commanding, he at least knows a lot about, you know, commanding in general. You're not doing that himself. Okay, so. Oh, that's great. Claudia has survived. Oh, that is very good. At least one. Oh no. Oh, she has a different one. Measles. I see. Well, I guess we would take her. As you do see, we have other options here as well. Ladika and Dragos. But they are not very good at this. We even switch Radovan because we know he likes us to a degree. And give this position to Ladika. Because then we would be sure that she is not going against us. But I think someone like Radovan should be on the council. I'm quite surprised that he is not a powerful vassal. Because, yeah, that's his lands. Right? So, I think he should be in that position here. Yeah, this one will go to Claudia. And I think she's now where she wanted to be all the time, right? That's exactly where she wanted to be. I guess we could look to raise control in places. Obviously, he knows that the military should be vigilant. What was that? As you and your party settle down for the night in the hills outside of Spoleto, a sudden thunderous roar echoes through the forest, sending a shiver down your spine. Your companions exchange worried glances. The roar is eerily similar to the one described in the local folklore, the roar of the legendary Spoleto dragon. According to the tales, the dragon resides in a cave deep within the forest, hoarding a vast treasure. Many have tried to conquer it, but none have returned. Your companions are visibly shaken, but the thought of the potential treasure also sparks a glimmer of excitement in their eyes. I think... Yeah. In that case, I think there we go, the cynical option does have its merits for him. Because then again, like, religion is one thing, but superstition is another. And I don't think he is, that much concerned about a dragon here. But he would think that, if they talk about treasure, then maybe that is what we're looking for here. And they find it. It is merely a large bear. Boys and girls. Your favorite, fan favorite Damian has met his maker. Weirdly enough, Juliana survived this. She has survived this. Isn't that... wow. Yeah, she definitely is a survivor. And yeah, their daughter is still... I think I will pin her. I think if she dies, I might actually bring her back to court. Because again, like, Vojnomir would know her. Growing up alongside her. And she was almost treated as kin. Oh, there we go. The wife is now... There we go. A physician. Right, we need a new caravan master. Not many good options here. Jarko. Is he one of us? I don't think he likes witless people. But I guess he's the best option currently. But he might not be. He might just be the captain that we have. Oh, the cool cars are dying out as well. Anyway, just put him in this position now, and then we will just see. I think he will leave the court when we're back home. Oh, the Knights Templar have been called by Prince Gudmund of England. Okay. By the way, we have apparently... Huh? Why was that? What happened to... Huh? Did she not want it? After all. Why can we not give that to her? Title tier is lower than duchy. That's a bit weird. Okay. Well, I guess in that case, we just give him the, another vassal. Vassal. Or do we like this idea of Charles here not being part of the Banovina of Croatia? And let's say, okay, the islands should all be part of Dalmatia. I guess, which is something we could do. Or we couldn't. No, I don't get the option here anymore. Probably because we already have like four Županias in our Banovina of Dalmatia. Yeah, well, in that case, I will just give it back to him then. But I can't... Of course, he's a member of the clergy. You can't give him things. Alright. I guess. She can hold some more titles. There you go, slap it on you. Or we could give our own son a chance to prove himself. Yeah, I guess we could do that. There you go. By the way, he's 16. I guess we should find a spouse for him. The sooner he starts, you know, procreating, the sooner we have more Gušićes. The only problem is that we don't want dumb Gušićes. That's the thing here. Dominice Elbires Jimena. Jimena would be great, of course, because that comes with prestige. Obviously you don't want someone that's old. Yeah. I mean, he's humble. She is forgiving, but in that case, he might even think that that's a good trait. And zealous, we might think would be a good attribute in a person. Yeah. So he would think that she would not follow in his, the weird things that he does, being malicious and all. Like, she would not help him in that. And a Jimena is actually, yeah, that's quite the family. Is that what we do then? Marrying into Western nobility. I don't think there's a better option out there, really. A prestige gain. Yeah, even there she's at first place. Yep. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I should do that. Although I would like to have him as my direct vassal. So I guess I will not do that. Only if he complains about it, then will I do something about it. Mm-hmm. That's us. By the way, yeah. I want to go ahead and do the coronation. So, coming into the coronation, I will hand out some coin to make sure people like me. There we go. Right, that's a very clever thing to do. Making sure that people like us. Could even give some money to her. I don't need that much. There you go. Bit of coin for you. I guess we already... No, that is... Yep. Yeah, I guess we already gave something to Ladika, so we will not get another one there. Ah, Lord Godzelo of the Basel family. I guess everyone else is fine. Sunchika of the Krasimirović family. I see. She's a child. Don't care much of the opinion of a child, me. That's that guy here. He might actually. And again, no, don't need much. There we go. Let's give people something. Again, if I do something here, right, she will not. Yeah. Override the existing modifier. So what is the existing modifier? Yeah. 66. Yeah, but then 84 just for 7 gain. No, that's a bit too much. But I guess what we could do is oh yeah. Ingratiate family. Yeah, win the favor. Yeah, that's definitely something he would do. There we go. And also, I wanted to gift her an artifact. Ah, yeah, that one here. I think I want to wear that one. But for now, let's give her something to drink. There we go. Some liquor. That's, you always bring liquor when you meet people. There you go. Have fun with that. Still at -3. Damn it. Alright, okay, so I need redistribution of artifacts here, right? I guess the house embroidery ribbon, that's still fine. As is the penury in Croatia. I always like to have artifacts that give renown. Because again, like just like influence, that is very difficult to come by through other means. So yeah. Although I guess he would take the gemstone. Yeah, and I guess the ring. That looks good to me. Ah, now I could actually hold 5 holdings. Can she go back to assisting in general? Yes. I like that one better. Okay, so waiting for my son to actually arrive because I want him to be at the coronation too. Don't stop. Yeah, I'll just send a message in this case. Not going to host a feast here. And now this. Nin. Maybe I do that then, because I would like to have some more income. Right? So is he back now? We will hold a coronation. And we will do so in... Now. Could do that in Zadar. Or we could do that at Charsom. I guess we could do that again in Zadar. Like, that is the Gušić coronation place, right? That is where the Gušić kings were both crowned. So, let's make that a tradition. Yeah, I don't need that. And I guess we will... Oh. Maybe not. Maybe we'll not go all out on that one. If I do the highest option here, it's 3 gold 587. Jesus Christ. Increased magnificence. By the way, he, I guess, will embrace supporters. That is what he will do. Who would be the guests? Pope not coming? What happens if I do that? Still not coming. Head of Faith will only join... Ah, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. We are not the Kaiser. That's not the case. So I guess we will leave it at that. That's fine. I guess he would not want the most elaborate of coronations anyway. It's not his style. Another wedding at court. Bless their union. So, there we are. Finally arrived at Zadar for the coronation. The air buzzes with anticipation as it dawns on me that I'm finally to be crowned Kralj of Illyria. Yep. Oh, damaged by the factions opposing you. Is she still opposing us? At -2, I guess she is. Yeah, I guess that is his way of dealing with that, though. Instead of antagonizing the people that don't like him, he would just embrace the ones that do, and therefore showing those that are against him. You know, it's better to go with him than without him. Oh yeah, the Serbians are good people, definitely. Where is she then? I guess we can stop that now. Abandon. And I guess it's too late now. Another. Alright, okay, yes, Lord Dragos. Šubić family. Oh, is Kumica pregnant, by the way? Yes! What went wrong all those years? Oh! Governor of Zurich. Oh, that is interesting. Maybe in that case, then I should give Nin to a Dalmatian noble. And we keep Zurich. Interesting. Yeah, again, I like the picture here, but there is obviously a very... that is a modern view, right? Even though that these are all old buildings, well, that's the kind of view you would have in the 19th century, I guess. Appreciate the effort, though. I can? No, I can't. I think they've made that their personal... routine. Oh, 'tis rare enough for men to admit that given the chance they change quite a bit. Oh, is that her telling us that... oh, That is interesting. That we should, that Vojnomir should look more for the rulership that Josip did. I guess so. And interestingly, by having land in the Holy Roman Empire and by actually being of kingly status, we are now one of the elector. That's funny. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't exactly know whom to vote for here. I would have to look into this. I'm not doing that now. That's just so funny. We're one of the electors now of the whole Roman Empire. Quite befitting, I would say. Send child to university? No. Definitely not sending anyone to her. Alright. Guests have come from near, from far, out of loyalty or curiosity. What is happening to him? Oh, he's just ill. Okay. The crowd swells with faces marked by expectation, calculation, and in some cases the faintest warmth. No, we don't have any detractors. Woof. I raise my voice enough to settle the attendees and welcome them to my coronation. Who is here then? Oh no, what? They are there. Ladika is here. Svetlana is here. Okay. Before the coronation can proceed, I must decide who shall preside over the sacred rites. Yeah, of course, Stanislav would do that then. The flames on the fireplace dance in what looks like a round dance. That's again... Who wrote that? They dance in what looks like a dance. Ugh. Okay, anyways. That's the same text all the time. But in this case, Stanko, of all people, is approaching us and offering us a dagger. I feel calmer now. That one here is weird, right? Why would you pick the option that does nothing? So, of course I accept it. It's a very valuable... maybe he would even... Yeah, not wield the mace then, but the dagger. That is more his weapon. And I guess if... or when we host the funeral, which will be the next thing that we do, we can put that in his grave. That would be a very symbolic thing to do in many different aspects. I'm greeting a line of new arrivals when a foreigner appears before me. An exotic blade at his side, he drops to his knees immediately and offers up his sword with a flourish. Oh, great Kralj, I've spent long on the road away from Gumus, and have heard it spoken that you seek loyal service. Mighty ruler, allow me to find glory and serve you as I serve Magano. Magano? My Archbishop Stanislav gives a scathing look at the mention of the infidel god. Oh, right! Anwist. Okay. It's a bit weird that I only get this option of saying either he is... I directly put him... Like, why can't he just be a knight? Because I think he would take him. Like, again, that is his part of his cynicism. Again, more in the pragmatic or opportunistic direction. And not guided by zeal. Might actually be good to have a bodyguard that is, well, first of all, loyal, sworn to me directly, and who does not have any connections to anyone else. So I think, okay, then I will take him as a bodyguard. Ah, Domaslava. There we go. Died of consumption. I actually liked her. That was one of the characters that I really liked. Because again, of her... look at that. Stage 5 consumption. Oof. I really liked her. That was a... I liked her character. I have Brewmaster, actually. Okay. I guess because in Zurich we have that. Do we need another poet? No, in that case, I think we don't need another poet. Currently. My courtier Lazar, a devout Orthodox, steps forward, his expression solemn and serene. Saint Joseph smiles upon unity among rulers, he proclaims. Permit me to offer you a blessing in the name of God as a gesture of harmony. Ugra, one of my loyal supporters, watches closely, intrigued by the gesture. I call Ugra to my side. Okay. Accepted in the spirit of tolerance. Yes. No. Maybe, but not either. I call Ugra to my side. In a way of saying... Or what would be the... It looks like a good option, though. Okay. Not exactly sure what that does, but... so we receive the Orthodox people. Like, why is Claudia wearing a helmet? Hey, that's part of a deal. What kind of Krali would let their vassals' realms wither and rot? People talk, my lord. My niece Claudia warns me earnestly, rearranging her dress. Dress, helmet. I urge you to look inwards and to remember that a realm's renown is the domain's renown. Ooh. Building promise, okay. Prestige every time they construct buildings in their vessel's realm. I'll give her some money, and then she becomes my friend, and she becomes a supporter. Yes! There we go! All the things that money can buy. We need more supporters. Ah, Kumitsa, my wife, greets me with bright eyes. What struck me most, she says, was the loyalty of your subjects. If you approve, I will ask my scribe to write a chronicle of this event, and their words will be only for your supporters, for their faithfulness and their unified strength. Okay. Nah. Alright. I hope that went successful. Don't get any feedback here. In the shadows of Zadar, the vipers slither about. Amidst the servants and courtiers preparing the coronation hall, Lady Ladika whispers to a circle of recently arrived guests. They quiet immediately when I approach, before Ladika bows deeply. My liege, she starts, I apologize. We're just speaking of matters of a personal nature. No. Yeah. Yeah, that's not really his thing. He doesn't want to get to the bottom of things necessarily. If that can only do harm. Alright, there we are. To cheers and exultation, my procession passed the town's thronging crowd. That's good. My finest knights ride before me, my royal household behind. Peasants teem forth for a glimpse of the soon-to-be Krali. Atop their parents' shoulders amidst the multitude, Dalmatian children grin. Good. We are liked by the peasants. Past the estate gates, my royal procession wends its way to a holy altar and waiting officiants. The nobility part for the coming forth of the clergy, their voices raised as one in sacred prayer. Now the rite of the bishop's petition. I am an uncertain figure to these clerics, and they deliver their customary request with true interest. Will you safeguard the faithful as their Krali? Will you preserve the rights and privileges of God's clergy? That definitely not. Twist that in my favor. I will say the words as I must. Yeah, no, again, he will say the words as he must. He's not going to upset them. Ah, good stuff. The vassals of Illyria come forth to give their allegiance, one after another, raising open-palmed hands, one after another, bending to give kisses of fealty. I'm yet to even properly become Krali, but there is devotion in these supplications to move any heart. The great voices of the realm quaver with feeling, and their faces glow with hope. Yeah, my supporters are with me. The senior figures among Zadar's peasants are the next to shuffle forward, givers of the common's assent. Of my great power and authority, the bishop warns these stooped elders and asks if they will accept me as rightful Kralj. As they voice the words, another sound meets my ears. Beyond the church, the waiting crowds cry out in joyful anticipation. Hundreds of people call my name again and again. Vojnomir, Vojnomir, Vojnomir of Illyria. Ah, very good. I am honored. And I guess that is not directly because of him necessarily, but that is because I guess both Josip and Pravanik have been very popular, especially in Dalmatia. What they did to elevate them, to keep them safe, right? That is definitely something that they appreciate. Carried forth in solemnity, the icons of Illyrian rule and the crown I am to bear are steeped in prayerful blessings. The priests prepare my finery with ritual motions and invocations to Saint Peter, key-bearer of the heavenly kingdom. With this ceremony is my beloved crown of the Kralj of Croatia to be endowed forever to Illyria? Oh yes, yes. Definitely. And there we are! More sons. Is that a Pravanik now? All the Pravaniks from the other side are dead, and we need continuation. He would not name a son after himself, I think. Yeah. The final sacral moment draws near. First, I must be ordained by holy oil, charged as a leader of God's faithful, as one above the common flock. Stanislav, the shepherd of Illyria, marks me with the pungent golden oil. On my outstretched hands, my head, my breast, my shoulders, and the bends of my arms. This anointment given unto prophets, priests, and monarchs. I have God's approval, and I feel very greasy. By Stanislav... Alright, that's him, yeah. No, definitely not. That's a good one then, right? I'm humble and cynical against some stress. Okay. No, but again, that is like he wants for him to feel important in this moment, I guess. No flatterer. Forth come the royal symbols. The glittering sword is girded to my hip, the scepter of sovereign authority taken up in my hand. My fingers wrap around the globus cruciger. To my body come the armos and the pallium. The prayers rumble on. Graced by royal treasures, I kneel just this one final time for the Kralj of Illyria, the Kralj I am about to become. He bows only to God. Oh yeah. How's she doing? With the rites of the Kralji's enthroning complete, the royal consort is now to be properly instated as Kraljica. My wife conducts the rituals with a characteristic consideration. A daughter of the Yamomitic, Kumica's calmly delivered words bear the marks of her noble Croatian background. Before long, and with great ceremony, Kumica's crown is laid on her head for the first time. Kralj of Illyria claims their Kraljica. Very good. No, that is my sweet Kumica. She's great. Oh, she does have reduced fertility now, though. I guess it happens. The assembly watch me, some with hope, some with doubt, all waiting for me to speak of my reign and swear to the future. I can hear the questions they do not speak. Will I be just? Will I be fair? Will I measure up to my brother? That's a difficult question to answer. I do not stand here as Kralj to echo their expectations. I have come to choose my own path and the way forward for the Krajewstvo. Whatever Illyria becomes, whatever I become, begins with this very moment. Right. So definitely not that one. Neither that one. Not that one. Not that one either. I think it's between shape the realm and provide for the poor. I kind of like this idea. Drawing both from his humble nature and his profligate vice. The magnificence of the coronation increases notably as well an oath to provide for the poor. Could construct at least 3 poorhouses. Unlocks the access to this line of buildings while this oath is active. Needs to be completed within 20 years. legitimacy, prestige provided for the poor, and unlocks the final upgrade, charitable institutions. What does a poorhouse do? Holding taxes minus 10%. Jesus Christ. Development growth plus 5%. Development growth plus 0.1. And popular opinion plus 15. Okay. What is Shape the Realm? Need to construct or upgrade at least 8 buildings within 20 years. Is that feasible? I guess it is. I think that's something we've already done or we've talked about, right? With Claudia. And we have put Radovan, the position, as architect. So I guess that is a direction we're going in. Now I'm choosing that one here. There we go. The ceremony is complete. Each and every royal honor has been bestowed unto me. I raise once more to not to promise and command, but to offer sumptuous pleasures. Let these tables be filled, let cups be raised, and let this hall remember joy as well as duty. There we go. Kralj Vojnomir, my niece Countess Liutswin calls my name. My dear sister Kunica speaks fondly of you, she proudly says. Taking a sip of her Macedonian wine. I have been looking forward to feasting with you. Aww. They're all very sweet, are they? That line of the family. Liutswind. Yeah, I think he would like her. Oh, very much so, right? Also being studious. May the Gušić and Adibonen families join forces. No, I think that's not what he would say here. Yeah. Let's toast, and then she becomes his friend as well. I think that sounds right. Unconcerned with any etiquette, my Chancellor Ban Stanko slaps me on the back. I mean it, he exclaims. I'll do anything you ask of me. Anything at all. Ask me, and it's done. You can smell the alcohol on Stanko's breath, but the promise has been noted by every guest present. I'm always picking that option usually, but I think for Vojnomir that one here makes sense. Like, he does not want to be seen as someone who is demanding favors or anything, but rather he wants to be seen as magnanimous in that regard. And it also reflects his personality. Right? Not only is he concerned about what others think of him, and I think he does, but also, yeah, that reflects his nature here. You're just too drunk. It's okay. No need to make these promises. I know that you are loyal to me. My niece, Jupanica Claudia, kneels before me, lifting a chest of embroidered vestments, saying, Your Grace, my mind is a garden that flowers with memories we have shared. As a testament to the beauty of the past, I offer thee silken robe, sufficient to furnish all your court. I ask only that you dress the noble knights of your retinue, always in unmatched finery. Okay. Outmoded fashion is free for 15 years. We should make a profit from those. I guess a gracious gift and a fine counsel. What does it mean when it says outmoded fashion is free for 15 years? Outmoded fashion is there. Again, I chose this option because I think that yeah, that he would spend sometimes on fashion, right? So nah, let's not do that. We take it into consideration. My son, Jupan Adam, rearranges his shirt as he scoots over to me. My charming father. Such times we have shared, such memories, he laughs. As always, it's a joyful day when I'm blessed with your company. Ah, yes, Jupanica Nada enthusiastically interjects. People tell the tale of your past when Jupan Adam was appointed to govern the Jupania of Charso by you. Yeah. I think, like I said, we may have a high opinion of each other, but that is more family related, I think. And I think that Vojnomir does feel a certain distance towards his son. He wants him to do well. That's definitely the case. But he knows about his vices and he is not pleased about those. So I think, yeah, he would not take the bait and instead be a bit more distant here. I glance at my stalwart allies, my thoughtful friend Tolislav, whose valor when I was appointed to govern the Jupania of Prodinje and one other by me was undeniable, and my benevolent niece Lutzwind, who stood by my side when I became friends. That's complete rubbish. That what does that mean? Her face is glow with anticipation. Okay. Huh? Well, again, I think he's not proactive in that case. He knows that they like him, right? I think words will suffice. Yeah. Oh. A reverent hush falls when the choir's hymn ends, an aura of sanctity settling over the whole. My devoted servant reputation seems to call forth my acquaintance Nikifor, who rises and proclaims... Who is he? The physician of Svetlana. Proclaims with heartfelt zeal, may the lights of heaven illuminate your reign, and may God guide your path, may God grant you wisdom, and may Satan never darken your door. That's a bit rude, I think. So I think we will take that... He becomes our friend. In that case, yes. It's not going to be rude to someone. Aha. I am proper Kralj now. My coronation proved worthy of my rank. A fine spectacle for the guests, many of whom still linger in hopes of a final few royal words. Every chance I had, I favored those most loyal to me, to my crown. Together, my supporters and I have plotted and planned and vaunted the credentials of one another. Ban Ugra of Lower Bosnia, Ban Radovan of Slavonia, and the others have become my inner circle. Their trust could become something more substantial. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I guess a flatterer would really like that, right? Yeah. 2 supporters are affected. That's not that good. But at least we, and I think for him that's befitting, right? To not have like the utmost magnificence here. Instead, it's just fine. It was a fine coronation. It went okay. So there we are. Mm-hmm. We're close to 5 now. That's good. All right. That's everyone getting home now, and you know what we do. I am constantly getting titles. Pagania. What's happening there? Who had that before me? Claudia? Ah, I see. All right. Stefania has died as well. Okay, that makes sense then. I am the Kani and I want my pizza. Both options are a bit weird, but I guess we take that one here. Right. So, she is now the Banica of Dubrovnik. She's married. Oh, right, yeah, she's still married to Eve. Eve, by the way, has also gotten rid of consumption. The Carlings are quite perseverant, aren't they? Yeah, okay. I need to give that to someone else then. Maybe to someone who's able to hold those 2 at a time. I guess I could ask my wife to do that. But then again, I guess he would like to have her around. I think he likes her to be close to him and help him, work with him. That's Seringer here. He's apparently not... I think he's alright. No, diligent. A generous man. We like that. Okay. You can have it, my friend. And he can hold 2 of them, so that's fine. That is fine. No, I can't do that. And I guess he won't, because... there we go. Reduce. This character experienced complications of the childbirth, which have reduced her fertility and sex drive. Okay. If she gives birth during this period, the symptoms may worsen. I guess that is something she would communicate with him, because they can talk freely with one another. And she has given birth to 2 boys, so he will not bother her for a while. Until she says that she feels alright again. Oh. Jarko, however, does not appear to be doing quite so good. His movement is labored and breathing heavy. Okay. I think I know a cure, or... Oh yeah, of course. Kumica. You can treat him. Ah, there we are. For weeks, my messengers have assailed the Trpimirović estate, bearing flattering missives, extolling their grand virtues and lineage. Today, I sliced open the long-awaited for response, its oozing flattery and deference, confirming that Lady Ladika has at last taken the hint. I've always counted Gušić among the greatest houses of the Kraljevstvo, and I'm proud to count you as friends. Interesting choice of words, right? Among the greatest houses. Of course, she's a Trpimirović. Traveling through the plains of Dalmatia, you and your party come across a large ornate relief carved into a solitary boulder. Depicts Kairos, the ancient god of the fleeting moment. Okay. He's portrayed as a youth with a tuft of hair on his forehead, symbolizing opportunity that must be seized. Your learned companion Kumica explains that according to ancient law, if one can grasp the tuft of hair, they would gain good fortune. However, if unsuccessful, they risk invoking the wrath of the deity. The relief, Jesus Christ. The relief is worn by time, but the tuft is still discernible. Your party hesitates, unsure whether to risk the attempt. Well, again, his cynical nature would not have him believe that anything bad would happen if he did this. So therefore, he would, I think, not go for it. He has the strength to do it. Okay. I guess that one sounds alright. Like, he would talk with her about divine symbols in general. Use it as an opportunity to study. Alright. We can go inside again. Alright. Feast nominates... Oh yeah, okay. I think I will have a look into that one. Oh yeah, and by the way, we need to start building, right? That is... should not forget about this. Let's start with Murek's fisheries here. Then go and... walls and towers in Zadar. Need more money in here, which is not a problem at all. Then we can build hill forts, or would I rather... Yeah, I think he would rather go for simple pastures. And then, yes, of course, the big one. Do we already go for the big one? It's a bit... yeah, that's a bit tricky because we don't have that much money. Well, we do have enough, but we want to host the funeral. I guess we can build quarries. And in Zurich... I'm already building something in Zurich. I hope that counts. I hope that counts, but it has to be... yeah, they have to be finished, right? I guess this would be very easy then. Okay. I guess we're near the 2-hour mark. Yeah, I guess one of these episodes again where it was just like 2 years or something like that. But of course, that was the first episode with Vojnomir, so I need to get a feel for him. needed to do things slowly and properly look into like how he would react to things. But I think I got a good feel for him now. The things that he does, he's interested in learning. He is interested in, being this curator of the family in general. And he's doing well. He's doing very well, actually. Like, he has 2 more sons now, young Josip and Plavanik, that he puts a lot of faith in. Not so much in his firstborn. Their relationship is, while good, it's very superficial, and he would like to keep it like that. Of course, he wants to give him all the opportunity he can get. He already gave him a marriage. They are rivals, damn it. They do not like each other. And he might even kill her. That is going to be terrible if that happens. Yeah, that's just how people are, right? For some people, you can do nothing right. That's, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you next time. So, cheers. Bye-bye.